Let's go to side. Let's stay home and play. I got so many funny games we could do today, and we can compare inside our bed. Stay under the covers, make this long night last. And I love to play this games with you. A little set our players is strictly true. I know the hours of the week we'll be playing hide and seek, knowing in the end I'll find you. We'll do it all again. I'll be counting out to 10, thinking that I cannot see you. And look at the rain, and that's so enticing. I got a plan when you get to play the cake, and I play the icing. And I love to play these games with you. The number of players is strictly true. I know the hours of the week we'll be playing hide and seek, knowing I'm the hand I found you. You can be my patient, and I bring some medication. They can give you a massage if you want.
al oír tu voz. Algo en mí despertó que estaba dormido. Algo en mí revivió. Pensé que lo había perdido. Contigo se abrió mi corazón. Mi alma cerrada como el frío invierno, a pesar de que fuera florecía el jazmín. Sentí vibrar tu voz, llegó mi primavera, se encendió mi corazón. Cerrada frente a un frío invierno, a pesar de que afuera florecía el jazmín.